I've worked at UCA for many years, and I've yet to see a day where there was not one parking spot available. However, I have seen days where all the convenient parking is not available.
I don't know if I'd use the word great. I would say the parking is good and probably sufficient. Again, I would say it might not be exactly where you'd want, because a lot of times people go to areas that are full and they're driving through looking for a parking spot, and maybe they don't always know there's a better option. 2 or 3 places that come to mind is over on Barrington Street. We've got a gravel parking lot there, which I'll see anywhere from 10 to 20 cars usually in there, and it'll probably hold another 80. And then south of the physical plant, which we've used it for a laydown area for storing bricks and other materials, but we've always had it available for parking.
And I did a survey, and there's 15 students in the class, and people talked about the environment, people talked about the beautification of the campus, people talked about water, and then one person said, what I really care about is parking. We as a class did a lot of different investigations for this. They looked at the history of parking through archive material on this campus, where it used to be and where it is now and why it's changed. They looked at the number of parking spaces and the mix of what kind of people are allowed to park there. And the executive summary of the report states the conclusion that UCA has plenty of parking. Its position on the perimeter often surprises students, but there's a very good reason for parking on the perimeter, which is revealed by the historical study. Parking on the perimeter was done deliberately. Parking was moved from the center of the periphery in order to make this a pedestrian campus rather than a campus where cars are constantly cutting through, as it was when I came here in 1999. We are really, really lucky when we moved parking out of the perimeter of campus to have land available right adjacent to campus. And when we measured the time it took for students to walk from even some of the perceived farthest parking lots, like the one behind the baseball field, to the center of campus, we found no walks that were more than 12 to 15 minutes.
A good way to prepare, a good way to avoid that frustration of not having a place to park, being under a time crunch, is to develop those good habits at the beginning of the semester, to know where the parking lots are that have availability, to know based on where those parking lots are located, how long will it take you to walk from there to your class.